Hey homies, how you doing? I'm gonna tell you some funny ass stories today. Right now I'm showcasing a game called War Mode. It's free on Steam, so check it out. Anyway, let's get down to the stories. A couple weeks ago it was my buddy's birthday and we were at his house and his cousin, we were just doing prank calls and apparently this guy is the legend of prank calling. He was on the phone for half an hour with 7-Eleven complaining that a guy cupped his nuts in the aisle and it was hilarious. So what happened was he called the 7-Eleven people and he was like, "Oh yeah, uh, I was in your shop at about 4 o'clock, and I bent down to grab some chips, and a man came up behind me and cut my nuts and slapped my ass." Oh god, it was so funny, and he was so convincing too. And the lady was just like, "If this is a prank call, you better hang up." And the guy's like, "No, no, a man cut my nuts and slapped my ass when I was at your shop earlier today." So then she was like, "Okay," so she passes the phone to her manager, and then he was like, "Hello, customer complaints." He's like, "Yeah, I was in your shop about 4 o'clock, bought some chips, but a man came behind me and cut my nuts, slapped my ass." And he said, "Yeah, I was kind of asking for it. I was wearing short shorts and everything." And me and everyone there we're all shitting ourselves on the floor laughing so hard, trying not to mess up the prank call. And lady's like, "Well, I don't know what you want me to do, sir. Have you informed the police?" And then he's like, "Nah, nah, nah. Don't need to inform the police. Just want to get some compensation, maybe some in-store credits, get some more chips, or something like that." And then she hung up. And so we called another 7-Eleven, and we said the same story, and we're trying to get compensation. We're trying to get some free shit from them. So funny. And she was like, "Sir, you need to inform the police." And he's like, "Nah, nah, 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 nah. I want some compensation, just 'cause man cut my nuts." And then she's like, "If this is a prank call, you better hang up, or else I'm gonna call the authorities." And he's like, "Nah, nah, nah. Customer cut my nuts when I was in your store, but got something to tell ya." And the lady goes, "What?" And he's like, "It was my husband. He cut my nuts." And then she just stood silent for like 5 minutes. And he's like, "Yeah, he cut my nuts, but he wanted me to call you and tell you that it was my husband that cut my nuts because we wanted you to know that I like cut my nuts." It was so good. It was like, what the shit. It was so funny too. And then after that night, we prank called some other people. I'm not gonna say who. We prank called this one person, the same Australian accent, and it was like, okay, we'll call her Brenda. It's like, "Brenda, love you, Brenda. So, wanna cut my nuts?" And he kept saying that over and over again. We called this person back like 8 times in one night on the phone with them for half an hour. So we called another guy, and this guy's name was Bob. Well, we'll call him Bob. And he's got a pretty big nose. So we thought we capitalized on that. So we're like, same guy, same Australian accent. We said, "Bob, are you there, Bob?" He's like, "Yeah." It's like, "How you doing this evening, Bob?" It's like 3 in the morning. He's like, "Yeah, I'm kind of tired and shit." And he's like, "Bob, I want you to do something for me. Not a lot of people agree to this." And then Bob's like, "What is it?" And then we said, "I want you to cut my nuts, slap my ass." And we're just shitting ourselves laughing. So we hung up, and then we called him back like 10 minutes later after he blocked that number and we used another one. So we were like, "Bob, you there, Bob?" He's like, "Oh, not you again." It's like, "Bob, have you ever eaten Fruit Loops before?" He was like, "Yeah." Like, "Bob, do you know Toucan Sam?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Did you know, whenever I see Toucan Sam's beak, I get turned on because it reminds me of your beak." It was so funny. He was like, "You think I'm a bird?" And it was so funny. And he was like, and we're like, "Nah, Bob, I just want your nose, your beak. You look like an eagle. I want to suck your beak." And then he hung up. And we tried calling back a bunch later, and he never picked up. I think he blocked all the numbers that we had. There was another time where it wasn't my PE class, but it was one of my buddy's PE class, and there's an exchange student. We're not gonna call him by his real name. We're gonna call him Charlie. And anyway, so they're doing like a circuit or some shit like that in PE, and Charlie was he doesn't wear his PE strip, doesn't wear shorts, he wears jeans or some shit, right? So he's sweating his ass off, and they're doing squats. He does one squat and he shits his pants. Like, it wasn't like a silent shit. He like, oh my god, he farted, it reeked, and then shit came out of his pants, like it went down his leg. It was so disgusting, and the whole gym just reeked. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you liked it, I'll do more in the future. But for now, take it easy, homies.